Drizzy Freckles live in the mix.
Yeah, shout out to everyone checking in already.
Drizzy Freckles.
I hope everyone's having a good Sunday afternoon. Coming live to you live from London, United Kingdom. You know how we do. Just waiting for my special guest to check in.
Hey Freckles, don't stress me out. It's the Bouyon Queen calling XP. Wheel up that.
If you wasn't outside, you don't know about this rhythm still. I see the Queen has joined the party. Shout to the Queen, Empress, Ebony Empress, our guest on the last episode of Love Bouyon TV. If you want to know how to get the quality bumper like the Queen, check the last episode. She gives you the full breakdown on the ingredients on how to get the thing set up nicely. Do you know what I'm saying? Everyone checking in. Shout to Young _ CEO _ DPS. Shout to Bad _ Fitness _ LLC. Yes, Leon, I see you. Shout to Majestic each and every time. Big up Shan _ Shan 102. Let's go, let's go. Let's go. Guest is in the building. Here we go. Just checking the. Here we go. Yo!
Yo!
What's happening? What's happening?
I'm good, brother. What's the vibes?
I'm good, man. How you?
I'm doing fine, thanks. I'm in the studio chilling.
Okay. All right. You're cooking up, yeah?
Well, finishing cooking up.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now's the time to taste. All right. So
yeah.
First things first. Let's do this properly. So we got some house cleaning to do. Welcome everybody to Love Bouyon TV. I'm your host Drizzy Freckles. This is the platform that we use to highlight the best and upcoming talent from 767, the nature island of the Caribbean, aka Dominica, aka your girlfriend's favorite destination. And first of all, I need to big up our guest from the last episode we had, which was Queen Ebony Empress herself. If you want to follow her, it's Ebony Empress _ QB, and the QB is for quality bumper. I need to throw that in there. Okay. I want to also say lovebouyon.com is officially up and running. So if you want to check that out, go check that out. Check the vibes. Follow Love Bouyon across all social media platforms. As I said, I'm the host, Drizzy Freckles. You can follow me on all the social media platforms as well. And yeah, Bouyon Therapy Volume 4 is out now, courtesy of DJ Wiz. So go check that out. The link is in the bio. And last but very not least, I want to big up everyone that took the time out to wish me happy birthday. You know, I appreciate that. That was blessed. The week was fun. It was a good time, considering can't go anywhere to party, but I had a good time still. So everyone that wished me happy birthday on the Love Bouyon post, much appreciated. Thanks for bigging me up. I appreciate that, man. So Godspeed. Now we have my guest in the building, Maskman. That means he doesn't come to play. That's a deadly name, you know. When you hear about Maskman, they normally just take off your head top. But he's not a violent guy. He's doing it with rhythms and beats, okay? So I want to shout out to my guest today, Marksman. What's happening, sir?
I'm good, brother. What's the vibes?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. So this is my first time actually communicating with you, but I've known you through your music. So we'll get to that later. But
Right.
I've known you through your music, just like I don't know about the person behind the music. So that's all good. You know what I mean? So for those that don't know, let the people know. Give the people a quick summary of who is Marksman. Do you know what I mean? But don't give them too much because you know I got some questions for you about some of the tunes that you produce. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Well, my birth name is Erad Moses,
Yep.
and Maskman was given to me. I was learning to make an email address, and my friend at the time, learning together with me, came up with that word, and that's how that name just basically stayed with me. And it
Okay.
followed me throughout the music, and the way I work is like, people know the music, they know who that make it, but some don't know actually. So it's
Yeah.
like if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. So it kind of stuck with me that way, and I just figure I can just go ahead with that because it kind of suits my personality. I'm kind of like an intro extrovert type of person.
Right.
Extrovert when I have to be, and most
Mm-hmm.
of the time I'm kind of introverted. I like to stay indoors. I'm always in the studio, always cooking up something. I always reading and that type of stuff. So
Right.
that's in general, that's the kind of a person I am.
Okay. 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 Now, man, this guy. Hey, you lot know this. Okay. All right. Let's go back to let's get in the DeLorean, and we're going back to the present into the future. Right.
Yeah,
So, according to my research, you picked up the bug for playing music in church on
yeah,
the drums. Yeah.
right, yeah.
Okay then. So like explain that experience to us because normally people go to church and they go to pray, they go to confess their sins, they go to give thanks. Sometimes it's a fashion show because everyone's dressed up to the nines. But like what was it when you was at church at that moment? I'm assuming you went to church quite a lot. So what was it at that moment that gave you the bug to want to do music moving forward?
Well, it's a case of, when your grandparents or your parents just, bring you along to church. So I basically didn't have a choice. So
You
I
didn't
just
have a
went
choice.
went church for going to church sake. And then I was always interested in music. And prior to actually they dragging me to church, I always had that music thing in me. So I
Right.
used to like, beat drums on like pails and that type of stuff. I used to beatbox,
Okay.
make like I DJing and all that type of stuff. And I decided, what, since seeing that I can do something on the pills, I might as well do something with the drums in
Right.
church. And at the time, the church did not have a drum set. So what happened is my godfather actually bought a drum set for the church, and so
Okay.
yeah, so I maybe was one of the first to actually start playing on that particular drum set in the church, and I developed my skills from there. And when I was, I would say, of age, maybe 16, 17, when I could make my own decisions, but
Mm-hmm.
if I should put it that way, um, I started branching out, doing outside practicing, and then we formed a band later on after that. So that's kind of like, long story short, how I
Okay.
actually got into drumming. Yeah.
All right, all right. Well, hey, you see that man went to church and he just enhanced these you know what I mean? His passion for music. Okay, all right, cool. So we're gonna fast forward. Okay, now some people who may not know this, there's an artist in Dominica called Asa Banton.
Mhm.
Some people might say it's kind of a big deal. So if you don't know about Asa Banton, do you go on your Googles and do your research, okay? Now, Asa is one of the many artists that you've worked with, okay? And we'll take a deep dive into Asa in a minute because unbeknownst to me, while I was doing my research, that you and Asa have done a lot of work together. So
Yeah.
before we get to Asa Manton,
Mm.
I know you've worked with Triple K, Signal Band, Trilogy, Hex Mafia, right?
Yeah.
How did you come to working with? I mean, that's a who's who of like, you know what I mean? You're just dropping names for people to pick up. That's a
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
stellar lineup for artists, you know what I mean? So how did you get to work with these individual artists and bands, should I say?
Well, it first started out with Asa really.
Mm-hmm.
He understood that at the time I used to do a lot of remix of Triple K's hottest
Right.
songs. I used to do a lot of
Yep.
remix of them. And so he reached out to me, not knowing that he was like my family, like really close family. We didn't know all that as yet. And so it's like indirectly, I guess that's where the connection built. And he was asking what if I had any, original material. And
Mm.
so I had something I was actually working on. It was very different, very unique, and then I sent it over to him.
Right.
And he had that song. I think I sent him that beat maybe sometime like in 2010, 2011. So all that time he had that song. He had that beat, trying to think of what song he wanted to put on it. And then in 2012 he released Wet Fet, which was my first beat I gave him. And from there it was just uphill
Hold on,
from
hold on, hold on, hold on. You know the drop. We did wet fit and then keep it moving. All right. Okay. Now, before you go any further, let's talk about Wet Fit, because Wet Fit is one of those songs where Asa will be in his wheelchair performing, and that song is still going to get the same reaction as it did in 2012. Now,
right.
when you made that rhythm, obviously, as you just said, he was trying to work out what to put on the rhythm, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when you made that rhythm, sorry, and then he said to you, I've got it. I've got the lyrics to put on this rhythm. Did you ever think in your head like this is gonna be one of them smashes where Asa is gonna command people to listen, pretty girls, guys in their Lacoste and Air Max and whatever, when that song comes on and them bottles of water go out there, everyone's getting wet. Did you understand what was about to happen when you and him put the lyrics and the rhythm together?
No idea at all. I was just like, okay, I gave him a beat, which was the first beat of mine, and I really wasn't expecting for it to that particular song to blow up as it should, which was I think that would be his number one song,
Yeah.
number one hit song. So I never in my mind thought, it would have been that big. I was just, like, okay, I sent a bit like any other person, and then song come out, but the way and the reaction that came out of the song after it was released and how it's still relevant up until this day, it's amazing.
Have you